So he could visualize, you know, how would you make this thing better? And he was good at it too.
I'm able to manage a 5,000 to 7,000 acre operation with less than 20 people, you know, and we couldn't do that without inventions like Mr. Killebrew.
A lot of people knew him, so if they wanted something done, they'd go see Sam and he'd get it done.
It was the early 1950s in Central Florida. Citrus was king, and the post-war economy was booming. Modern machinery helped make orange juice a staple of every breakfast table.
With the advent of modern times, the Florida citrus industry had become a giant.
However, Florida citrus growers were still relying on some fairly primitive technology when it came to fertilizing their crop. They first used mule wagons, then later tractors, to haul 4-man crews and 200-pound bags of fertilizer to the groves.
We were hauling fertilizer back in bags, 200-pound bags, and then it went to 100-pound bags. They throw them off on the dirt, and you'd have to pick them back up and put them on the fertilizer spreader and go in the grove. It was all real heavy-duty work.
Gilbert Bowen was born in the middle of an orange grove in 1928 and has spent his entire life as a farmer. He says the back-breaking job of hauling bagged fertilizer to the field finally ended in the 1950s, thanks to an invention by his friend, Sam Killebrew.
If you told him what you needed, he could pretty well figure out how to build it.
What Sam invented was the Killebrew, a bulk trailer that completely eliminated the manual handling of fertilizer. Known worldwide, the Killebrew has been the standard for hauling fertilizer from the factory to the fields for more than 60 years. Sam was born into a Tennessee farm family in 1914. After high school, the family moved to Winter Haven, Florida, and Sam found work as a mechanic. He learned to weld, married his wife Barbara, and started his own business in 1952 that would become Killebrew Manufacturing. He also started a family. Sam Killebrew Jr. is his oldest son and worked with his father in the family business for 30 years before Sam passed in 1978.
I remember him telling me that pulling around 100 and 200-pound bags of fertilizer, he said, "There's got to be a better way to do it than this."
While the family sold the business several years ago, the company still operates today in Auburndale. Shop manager Tim Baker enjoys having Sam Jr. visit the company his father started. He has many fond memories of this place.
This is the trailer you're sending off with no, well, I'll be dang. There's a Killebrew emblem inside the engine cover. That's an old engine cover, I can tell you that. Yeah,
the shop rarely builds new trailers because the Killebrews last so long. Most of the work here today is maintenance and refurbishment. It's a testament to the quality, construction, and design.
I tell you, it's amazing how durable these things are.
Over time, the company expanded to produce a variety of agricultural equipment for both dry and liquid fertilizer. Sam Killebrew's trailer was one of those inventions that could only come by way of honest American ingenuity.
He was raised with farmers, and farmers use common sense. They try to find the simplest way to do things. Over and over again, I recall him just saying, keep it simple and don't over-engineer stuff.
The Killebrew has few moving parts, which is important when dealing with a product as corrosive as fertilizer. Growers Fertilizer in nearby Lake Alfred has been in business since the 1930s and was one of the first companies to adopt the Killebrew trailers.
For them, it was a huge savings because anytime you can sell stuff in bulk and not having to bag fertilizer, it's less costly.
The company's product is still delivered by these 4-bucket side dump haulers that can accommodate up to 20 tons of fertilizer. Fertilizer can be mixed to a custom blend for each grove, loaded into the hoppers, and delivered on site to the groves. One person can operate the trailer and load fertilizer into a spreader.
I don't know that we'd ever had the ag industry that we do in Florida today, especially citrus, if it hadn't been for inventions like Mr. Killebrew's and a couple others.
Vic Story is a lifelong Central Florida citrus grower with several thousand acres.
These young trees are probably on a newer rootstock, and they're healthy, and they're doing real good. They're managing this green disease very well.
He says the Killebrew is one of the most important inventions he's seen in his lifetime. This technology and other important agricultural advancements have helped him and his sons manage his family farm with less than 20 people.
We need to be thoughtful and remember the people that have made a difference. And Mr. Killebrew made a difference.
Those who knew him best say Sam also made a difference in his community as well. He was the kind of guy who always supported civic groups, little leagues, and his church.
Sam was just salt of the earth. He was a smart guy, and he worked hard, and he was honest. He was a great guy.
Everybody loved him. He loved people. He never met a stranger, walk into any room. He was humble. He didn't want to be pointed out. I mean, something like this would have embarrassed him almost.
Sam's memory lives on in the Sunshine State through all of these bulk hauler trailers still on the road, and his namesake. After a successful career in business, Sam Jr. has just begun his second term as state representative of Florida's 41st District.
He left a lasting legacy, and he also raised a pretty good son. He's a dear friend of mine, and so I feel like I know him through his son.
Though his father has now been gone for 40 years, Sam Jr. says he still tries to follow his advice, to treat others with kindness and fairness. In addition to his name, Sam Jr. says he also inherited his father's love for the state and its people. Sam was awarded many honors, but his son says the Florida Agricultural Hall of Fame would be at the top of his list.
I think he'd be extremely proud. I know we are. My kids, it is a very special thing, and we're very thankful.